It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Hawks in Atlanta. Looking at the last game for Atlanta, it was a win against the Clippers. That game a high-scoring affair. We'll see if this one turns into a shootout as well. Kawhi Leonard in action tonight, the winner of multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. Shaq, for wing defenders, where do you have him ranked on the all-time list?
Well, I shook his hand the other day, and his hands are as big as mine, Ernie. But to answer your question, I think he's in a conversation with Pippen and Jordan.
And Jordan, wow. Now, he's one of the best perimeter defenders ever, but those guys are in a company because they've done it on a big stage, Shaq. But he's very intelligent. I love the way he approaches the game defensively. But doing it on that big stage consistently as Pippen and Jordan did, whew.
That's saying something.
That's saying a lot.
Time for tip-off. We send it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Greetings, everyone, from Atlanta. The Hawks playing host to an Eastern Conference game here on their home floor. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And, of course, Marc Gasol. This is, of course, his first game as a Toronto Raptor.
Man, that trade is something that has just electrified this entire fan base, the players, the people working for the organization. They think it may be that piece of the puzzle necessary to finally get this team over the hump.
Two teams that can pour it on from beyond the arc. Great long-range shooters, Doris. Do you think the NBA's become too reliant, perhaps, upon the three?
Listen, I love teams that can pour on the points, right? We're all excited when the game is high-scoring. But one thing I would say, Kevin, is there are certain teams in the league whose best player is a back-to-the-basket center. And if that's the case, that player and that team should be able to flourish in their skill set. The San Antonio Spurs come to mind with LaMarcus Aldridge. So as much as we've opened up the perimeter game, I think it is equally important that the officials do a good job making sure back-to-the-basket centers can have their day in the sun as well.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. And it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Siakam in at the 4. Now here's Green. Bazemore grabs the miss. Leonard with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. There's Green with the 3. Green missing again. Young against Lowry. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
The ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Green against Bazemore. Young in the corner. Hits it from three-point range.
And this is why Young is so dangerous. He just gets that shot off so fast before the defense can react.
Now here is Lowry. He's coming off a 19-point game against Orlando.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
Lowry with the ball. He's guarded by Collins. Takes the turnaround J, and that one hits back iron. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Lloyd Pierce. David.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to be successful, they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees, unquote, every time the ball goes into the post. If they don't, he thinks they're going to be in for a long night. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And Young kicks to Collins. Down low. Kicks it out to Prince. Off target from three-point range.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
He gets that one.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
Here's Bazemore. And he banks in the layup. Bazemore's got his first basket.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Outside for Lowry. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, Kevin, this guy's proven over and over that despite his size disadvantage, he's still able to score in the paint.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Passes it to Bazemore. Hawks passing it around. The kick out to Young. Buries the long-range jumper.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
Lowry against Young. Now here is Lowry. D right on him. No good from Gasol.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Young for 3. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Len passes to Collins. Now Len. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Young. Sent away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Shot clock at 4. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Alex Len, Doris, drafted number 5 overall. He shows flashes and has the physical ability.
This is why scouting is such a tricky business. You can see some raw talent, and then you have to wait for that talent to develop. Alex Len has the length that teams are looking for. But you also need to have floor spacing to operate your offense efficiently. And traditionally, that hasn't been part of Len's game.
Now, here is Young. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. Collins. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Stolen by Len. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance.
You know, the cleverness Young possesses is just uncanny. Puts the defense in a bind whenever he drives it to the rack.
And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
And the first one drops.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense.
And so Young nails them both. Doris, we've already had a few surprises this season. Some teams really exceeding expectations. Others, they've kind of gone the other way. What's your take?
You know, it's always a little bit early to tell exactly what kind of team you're going to have, because we've seen this historically. A team races out to maybe a 7-1 start or a 10-1 start, and yet perhaps they come back to the field. The teams that are the youngest seem to have the steepest learning curve. So where are the lottery picks and what impact are those guys having?
Lowry kicks to Gasol. The shot misses. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Here's Len. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot.
They're fortunate to be in front, given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Pass to Siakam. Lowry against Young. Bazemore with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Young in the corner. Connects from three-point range.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Now here's Gasol. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Len with the block.
And Kev, you see the agility of Alex Len in good position for the spot. Boy, picks up that second foul very early in this game. He's going to have to tread lightly for the rest of this half.
The Hawks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Well, after the Raptors fell short of their goals last season, you knew they were going to be changing some things up.
Well, obviously the first big move was moving on from Dwayne Casey as the head coach. And you think about Dwayne had brought the best years this franchise had seen, and they still felt it was time for a shift. Now, it's not necessarily his blame. Sometimes you just need to hear a new voice when you've ended in the playoffs the way they have over the last several years.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good. Well, Greg, for Atlanta, it was out with the old and in with the new for the point guard position for the Hawks.
And Hawks were able to trade down and still get the guy they wanted in Young. See him as an impact guard to build around for the future. Had to move Schroeder to free up space for Young, but this team now has a clear core to build around.
And this Toronto team has started to depend on threes more often for their offense.
You're right, Kevin. They went from being near the bottom of the league in threes attempted to top 5 in attempts this past year. And a lot of that is the green light to shoot from the wings that they have. It's another dynamic to an already potent scoring machine.
And here are the Raptors now. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Here's Van Vliet. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. First one falls for him. Anunoby, he's checked in for the Raptors. Patrick McCaw comes in for Kawhi Leonard. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. It's a 13-point game. And he comes up with the deuce. Young's got 16.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Now here is Ibaka. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Len grabs the board.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
Shots good from Young.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And the Raptors call time here. More and more we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. And the Hawks with possession here after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Here's Anunoby. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
The Hawks leading by 14. Stolen away. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Boy, that's fast break basketball at its absolute best. Outstanding assist to finish it off.
The Raptors shooting their fifth attempt at the line in the game.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And the Hawks making a change here. Anderson's checked in.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Powell.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Now here's Lynn. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Floats one, and he sinks the layup. And the Hawks lead by 13.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Pass to Powell. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
And for Len, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
The first free throw is good. And with Lynn, he made a point upon returning from injury, saying he will not change how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they'll shy away from contact after experiencing a torn patella like Lynn did, but he knows that he is at his best going at defenders and absorbing that contact. He said he'll try and be more aware of how he lands, but has no plans of changing his game.
Well, you love how Ibaka goes right up with the shot. Doesn't hesitate for a second off the catch.
Lynn kicks to Anderson. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. For Atlanta, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing. And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Buries it from three-point range.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that three, the more the floor opens up.
Carter dishes to Lynn. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Carter. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Hawks lead by 13.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The pass to Powell. Top of the key, Ibaka. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Lynn the pass to Carter. Anderson kicks to Dedmon. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Van Vliet, defended by Lynn. Passes it to McCaw. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Well, I like the synergy, right? The ball is moving well, and they're seeing that hard work pay off.
Now here's Lynn. 8 points his last outing. Van Vliet kicks to McCaw. To the inside, Powell. And he makes good on the layup. Powell's got 8 points.
I'll tell you, I love to see someone take the contact head on, and Norman Powell welcoming the challenge.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here is Lynn, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. From deep. But they get it back. Here's Anderson, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Hawks ahead, leading by 6. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Marc Gasol, so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of Spanish-speaking fans excited about his success.
It's just fun. You see more fans on the stands that speak Spanish, even they're from Spain or Argentina, Mexico, whatever they're from. They support the Spanish-speaking people, and they love the game also.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Anunoby out there with Ibaka. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's McCaw in at the small forward. Now here is Carter. The shot comes out, and Toronto will come the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
I think there has to be better communication. All 5 guys tied together, and what happened to them is what happens when you play lackluster defense.
Now here's Lynn. Pass to Dedmon. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That is his first foul of the game. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Carter. The Raptors also with a sub. Siakam's checked in. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. A nice shot by Lynn.
You love the shot selection, Kevin, from Jeremy Lin. This guy is great at taking what the defense gives him.
Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Lynn. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Siakam. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
John Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. Ken Bazemore comes in for Anderson. Then for the Raptors, Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Anunoby. Green comes in for Patrick McCaw. And it's Lowry in for Fred Van Vliet. And just an impossible shot to guard at times, Doris. When you think of that step-back jump shot in the league, it's lethal. And there are a couple guys who have perfected it.
Well, 2 in particular. James Harden, that step-back that he added is now unguardable. And Steph Curry as well. Those 2 men, when they decide to get to that step-back jumper, turn the lights out, close the gym doors, and step back because it's going in.
Here's Green following the bucket by the Hawks. Outside Lowry. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lowry's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, Kevin, I thought he might get a call there. I thought it was pretty clear contact. But we know Lowry's not looking for the whistle. This guy's just looking to put points on the board.
Now Lynn. He has 6. Bazemore passes to Prince. To the wing on the left. Nailed from 3-point land. He's got 5.
Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that 3-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
Leonard against Prince. Leonard kicks to Siakam. Puts it up from 12. Here's Ibaka. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bazemore, no one around him. Misses the 3. Raptors trail by 4. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Lowry is a player who has worked his way to stardom. He says, I still feel like I can be better. I'm never satisfied. My team is good, but I think the best I can be is a champion. There is no other goal in basketball. Guys?
D.A., that's how you truly create a legacy. Now, here's Bazemore. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Buries the long-range jumper. Now it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Lets it fly. Here's Siakam. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Prince kicks it to Bazemore. Puts it up. And again, it's Atlanta.
Wow, hats off to him for making that one. You can't find a much tougher shot than that.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Over to the left wing. Siakam passes to Leonard. Back to Siakam. Over Collins. Siakam misses. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 10-2 run here. Bazemore. They get the rebound. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Lenz checked in for the Hawks. Young comes in for Jeremy Lin. Marc Gasol is checked in for Toronto. Prince kicks to Collins. Young against Lowry. Shots good from Young. Young's got 21 in the game.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young, solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Toronto calls timeout.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly. Sometimes that emotion really comes out.
And obviously the season's just begun, but never too soon to check out the power rankings. Let's see how these teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Washington. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Raptors, they made their presence felt right from the opening tip, taking matters into their own hands and showing no let-up.
Now here's Gasol. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And it's good for 2.
Yeah, terrific effort there by Young, really all night. The defense has tried to make adjustments, but he's just stayed one step ahead of them.
Here is Lowry. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game.
Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Leonard. Good defensive work there by Young. Atlanta leading by 11. Now here's Bazemore. 8 points for him. It's Young on the wing. Collins kicks it to Bazemore. Back to Collins. Hawks passing it around. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Prince. Great D that time from Leonard.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
It's Prince on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Bazemore finds Len. Back to Bazemore. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Raptors trail by 13. Outside Gasol. Green left side. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Bazemore with it. He's got 10. Back to Young.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Gasol passes to Leonard. Back to Gasol. Uncovered. And again, it's Toronto converting.
After a shaky start, boy, he's found the range. Good second quarter for him.
Atlanta leading by 9. Pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Lowry up top, defended by Young. Lowry kicks to Gasol. Shoots over Len. Again, Toronto.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Hey, who's watching now? Big gun.
Here's Prince. They picked up 24 points in their last one against the Clippers.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
And Greg, one of the stories that had started developing since last season was the talk of Kawhi Leonard wanting out. Too many soured relationships, it seemed.
And he was eventually moved after requesting a trade. Pop and the Spurs tried just about everything they could to convince him to stay,
Probably the most drama for a team known for not having any drama.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And the Kawhi Leonard drama finally came to an end last offseason with a trade that sent him from the San Antonio Spurs north to Toronto.
And you have to wonder, is this a high-priced one-year rental for Kawhi? Before the trade, Kawhi made it known that he wants to play in L.A. Toronto has a lot to offer, but hard to compete with the idea of what he and LeBron might be able to accomplish playing together.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
And Young kicks to Dedmon. And there's the pass to Carter. Stripped away. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got it. The fast break chance. Second shot opportunity. Count it. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Anderson with the block.
How easily does this young man get off the floor? Anderson sends it back with postage.
Carter outside. That's tipped inside. The kick out to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Dedmon. And Gasol sends it back. Passes to Anunoby. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. It's Anderson with the drive. Out to Carter. Jacks up a 3. They get the rebound. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Raptors trail by 3. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know what you love about watching OG Anunoby? You feel like you're watching a vet when you watch this guy. He doesn't seem to get rattled in pressure situations. This guy plays like he's been in the league for a decade.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And Doris for Anunoby. He has said he felt like he could compete with anyone.
Well, to me, Kevin, that's part of being able to be the defender he is. He's got strength and quickness to match up with most wings in the league, but confidence is critical.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for Kyle Lowry. Both shots good from the stripe.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Now here is Carter. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Anderson kicks to Young. They need this one. And yes, it's good. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Now here's Powell, defended by Carter. Out to the wing. McCaw, the pass to Anunoby. Good work there as it goes. Anunoby's got 10 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Here's Young. That's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Atlanta making a switch here. 36 seconds left in the first half. Here's Carter. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. And the Hawks lead by 3. There's 31 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Van Vliet, defended by Young. Lob pass to Gasol. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here's Young. 25 points in the game. One second left. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 25 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Aggressive. I called them up earlier. I like it. They're taking it hard to the rack, dictating the pace, setting the physical tone. You're not going to get that by launching threes all night. Everybody knows that.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 3, and it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt, and it's Len in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Clock at 6. Here's Siakam. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Collins. Now Bazemore. He kicks it to Len. Back to Bazemore. And it's blocked. Green against Bazemore. Here's Gasol. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Gasol's got the first basket of the 3rd quarter for Toronto. Lowry against Young. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Lowry. To the paint, here's Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Leonard on the wing, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Prince. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. He's putting up 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
Now here's Prince. After the miss from Trae Young, and it's in there. Prince has got 5.
Well, after missing their first 3 shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
Lowry against Young. Lowry passes to Siakam. That one goes in. Siakam's got the lead up to 1 now for Toronto.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry from 11 feet away. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though. You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
Prince against Leonard. Pass to Lowry. Tries again. Here's Siakam. Here's Gasol. And Siakam has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 6th assist on the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here is Young. 25 points in the game. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And even now in his mid-30s, Marc Gasol is fantastic. I mean, it gives you everything you want at that center position. Strong defender and rebounder, and he has a host of ways to get you buckets.
And the Hawks making a change here. Lynn's checked in. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Raptors. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, Atlanta, right now, quite a ways down below.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, they talked a lot in the preseason about how they wanted to bounce back from last year's disappointment. So far, they look to be on track to do just that.
And with Gasol, he continues to develop his outside shot, Greg, to act as a stretch center now.
Yeah, and really the combination of his 3-ball shooting and his passing, really, even at this stage of his career, makes him a tough cover. You worry if he'll settle too much for that outside shot, but boy, when he is on, there are few answers for slowing him down.
For Toronto, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And he knocks down the first one. And Marc Gasol, a force on both ends of the floor. You forget, you know, Greg, that he's won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, you know, Gasol doesn't really wow you on defense with what he does. I mean, he gets blocks, but it's really his positioning and his rotations are what make him so great. Always involved in plays, and he just seems to be able to protect the rim and a terrific team defender.
They get a hand on it. Bazemore against Green. And it's Prince penetrating.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Prince. And both free throws good for Prince. Toronto leading by 4. Lowry looking around. Outside Gasol. The 3 from Leonard. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That'll be his second foul of the game. For Atlanta, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I called Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. Just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league.
Well, last year, pretty much a lost year for Lynn. Tore his patella tendon on opening night, and Doris, that was it.
Yeah, that was hard to watch for Jeremy Lin because you know he's put in the time and was penciled in for a big role with Brooklyn. It's so nice to see him step back between the lines and continue playing.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Lynn.
Now, Jeremy Lin is an aggressive player, Kevin, someone who will make things happen. I like how aggressive he is. He sets a tone with that aggression.
Second free throw, no good. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A moment here to see the numbers for Kawhi Leonard. 5th in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Lynn dishes to Prince. Shoots over Leonard. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
And there's the call on John Collins. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Leonard. Right side Lowry. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Taurean Prince.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
And so Lowry nails both of them. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
No, he is a bulldog. I mean, scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position, and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
Toronto with the ball, following the 3 by Atlanta. Outside Leonard. The stupendous finish in traffic. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
Lowry, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he just creates enough separation to get a quality look from the mid-range.
Atlanta calls timeout. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade, now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
For the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for John Collins. And it's Justin Anderson in for Kent Bazemore. The Raptors also with a sub. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Green. Here's Leonard. Len grabs the board.
Boy, that's high impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Here's Lin, and he banks in the layup. Lin's got 9.
Boy, you have to love the focus. Jeremy Lin creating well for himself down low makes that one look easy.
Lowry with the ball, and it's Lin picking him up. To the left wing. Here's Gasol. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Poked away. Lin kicks to Dedmon. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
Toronto with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. Shots good by Ibaka.
Well, I'll tell you, the confidence that is on display from Serge Ibaka, he is able to wreak havoc on the interior.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Lowry kicks to Gasol. Over Dedmon, and again it's Toronto converting.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Lin finds Anderson. And here is Dedmon. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Siakam, guarded by Prince. Siakam passes to Leonard. Atlanta with the rebound. And here we go. Fast break. Lin's got it. It's Prince on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Lin. And that's 11 points for Taurean Prince. Raptors leading by 7. Now here is Lowry. He's got 8. Leonard attacking. There's the pass to Siakam. Passes it to Ibaka. Second chance shot. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Ibaka's got 10.
You simply cannot let Serge Ibaka get into a rhythm from that range. His mid-range is as good as it gets.
And Anderson kicks to Dedmon. Lin against Lowry. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. With the teardrop. Here's Siakam. Outside for Lowry. Nails the corner 3. 11 points in the game.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Atlanta calls timeout. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Both teams will make substitutions. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. 5th, the Raptors.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
Vince Carter on the wing, guarded by Powell. Young passes to Dedmon. It's Young on the wing. He's got 25. 3 on the clock. Hits the jumper in space. Young's got 27.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Here's Van Vliet, defended by Young. Ibaka, no luck. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Hawks. The Hawks trail by 10. Down low. Here's Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Here's Van Vliet. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Out to Ibaka. Fires the 3. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9. 67% shooting. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. .129 left here in the third quarter. Can't connect from short range. Here's Anunoby, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Up top, Bazemore. He's got 13. Young outside.
You know, they're trying to battle back, but he's missing shots this period.
54 seconds left in the third. Powell kicks to Van Vliet. Shoots from the baseline. That one wide left. The Hawks trail by 13. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Atlanta again missing. Toronto's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Powell, the pass to Van Vliet. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Young with the ball. He's got 27. To end the run. And no good that time. A big-time effort for Marc Gasol, providing a lot of energy for the Toronto Raptors. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Hawks trail by 16, so the Raptors 5 right now. Van Vliet and Green are the guard set. Anunoby out there with McCall, and it's Ibaka in at the 5.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. A floater. Dedmon with the block, and he gets it back. Ibaka, the pass to Van Vliet. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Van Vliet's gone 1 of 3 on the night. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Off target from three-point range. Toronto leading by 13. Young with the steal. And the call will be against Patrick McCall. That's foul number 2 for him. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Carter. And here's Young. Kicks it to Dedmon. Now, here is Young, guarded closely. Green with the rebound. Toronto's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Out to the wing. McCaw, the pass to Anunoby. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And last season, a very strong rookie campaign, Greg, for OG Anunoby.
You know, the team quickly learned that they could rely on him offensively. And it's rare to have a team trust someone taken 23rd overall that quickly. Surprised a lot of people with how efficient he was on offense right out of the gate. And I think you're going to see him continue to grow in that regard.
And the first one drops. The Hawks making a switch here. Collins is checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Leonard, he's checked in for Patrick McCaw. So he gets them both. Now Young. Dedmon in the high post. He dishes it to Bazemore. Young taking his time here. It's stolen. Now the Raptors moving it up for the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
I'll tell you, OG Anunoby showing you what could happen if he puts it all together. Doing work, OG.
Now, here is Young. Not a lot of room. He kicks to Bazemore. That's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Here's Van Vliet. Rejected by Young.
And you can tell he wants to improve on the defensive end. Young, great to see him come up with the rejection.
Feeds it to Bazemore. Dedmon trying to break free. Bazemore gets the bucket.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Van Vliet kicks to Leonard. Shoots from 12, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
And the Raptors making a change here. Siakam's checked in. Now, here is Young. Pass to Prince. They get a hand on it. Leonard with the steal. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 14 points for Leonard.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
Now, here's Dedmon. Young outside. 5 to shoot. Dishes to Prince. Shoots over Leonard. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
To the left side wing. Here's Siakam, guarded by Prince. Ibaka right side. There's Green with the three. The shot, no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Raptors moving the ball around, and that one good. And the Raptors lead by 19.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Shots good by Dedmon.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Raptors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Outside Leonard. Out to Ibaka. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. And that'll be his third foul so far. Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation views their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. You subscribe, and like me, you love the G League.
I'm always twitching.
Now here's Leonard. After the miss from Trae Young. Ibaka, no luck.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
Young for three.
And they should probably start looking to get the ball inside more. The three-pointer hasn't been there for them like it was in that first half.
Green, the pass to Siakam. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins is, and the foul called on Pascal Siakam. And that'll be his third foul so far. Some changes for Toronto. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred VanVleet. Collins. The kick out to Young. Back to Collins. Pass to Bazemore. Clock at 6. Young outside. That three off the mark.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Here's Gasol. Leonard on the wing. And again, no good by Toronto. And oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, just never easy trying to guard Young without fouling. Yeah, he is great at finding ways to create these calls.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
Toronto calls timeout. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry.
And what an active set of hands he's had on him tonight. He's come up with several big steals and giving them some valuable extra possessions. And that energy on D is carried over to the other guys on the court. You can definitely count on that.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. During that last break, I heard what the Raptors coach told to his team. He told them, I don't want us to be satisfied yet. We can congratulate ourselves later, after we win. Right now, we have to close this one out. He doesn't seem to think this one's over yet, Kevin.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. In the corner, Bazemore with it. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bazemore. And so Bazemore nails both of them. Lowry with the ball. To the middle and stolen by Prince. And Prince with a clear path to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Now here's Green. Right side Gasol. This one for 3, and it's Kyle Lowry with the 3. Lowry's got 10 points here in the second half.
And weak rotation defensively. This is not a guy you want to leave open when you're trying to stay in the game.
Now, the defense just not in sync there, right? You've got to do a better job communicating.
Now, here's Collins. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Young. They get it again. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Marc Gasol.
Well, this guy wasn't to be denied. Strong finish by Alex Len, and he'll go to the line to try and get one more.
And the Raptors with the ball. 13-point lead. Young against Lowry. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Collins dishes to Young. The pass to Len. Kicks to Bazemore. That one misses. Great D that time from Green. Here's Siakam. Rejected by Len. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Two shots.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. Toronto leading by 14. Lowry finds Gasol. Green left side. Over Prince. Collins grabs the miss.
On a pretty good day for them so far, his shooting has been one of the tough spots.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Atlanta calls timeout.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
Young for 3. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 6th rebound on the night. And there's the call on John Collins. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
4th foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
Here's Gasol. Stolen by Collins.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
The Hawks trail by 14. Here's Young, pass to Bazemore. He kicks to Collins. Young outside, just 4 to shoot. No good with the triple.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he is not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
Lowry up top, defended by Young. Gasol. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Pass to Bazemore. From beyond the arc, makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Bazemore inside the 3-point line. Again, the Hawks good for 2. 1:10 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 16 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Toronto.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Marc Gasol.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Here's Young after the Raptors pick up 2. Pass to Collins. It's Prince on the wing. The 3-pointer, no good. And here's Leonard. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin, with Danny Green. And Danny, we know how good a shooter you are, obviously, but you have really incorporated defense into your game. Now, how important is it for you to show up at that end?
Very important. I mean, it helped the team a lot. My job really is come in, bring defense, and a lot of energy.
Well, mission accomplished for you tonight, Danny. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.